activities like Eastern Sentry that add strength and flexibility to our posture along the entire eastern flank, including the Black Sea region. This means more capabilities that can be brought to bear whenever and wherever needed. There should be no doubt of NATO's resolve to protect the alliance on land, at sea and in the air. And we're working together with industry to secure the technology, artillery and ammunition we need to continue to defend every inch of Allied territory. And here too, Romania is playing an important role. Thank you again, because today and tomorrow I will attend, thanks to your hospitality, the NATO Industry Forum here in Bucharest, an event that really illustrates the best of NATO, bringing together civilian and military allies and partners, government officials and industry leaders, from big firms to the small startups. And we will be meeting with one shared goal: to help bridge the gap between what we have and what we need. NATO and the defense industry are working hand in hand to accelerate innovation, procurement and production. We are working together to scale up production while driving down cost, to speed up innovation and adaptation, and stay ahead of the curve, because our adversaries will continue to test us. We cannot be found wanting. We have vital work to do together. President Dan, dear Nicusor, thank you once again for your warm welcome and your leadership. Again, thanks so much.
Întrebări.
Bună ziua, Emma Stoica, Digi24. Este o întrebare pe care o voi adresa și aș vrea, dacă puteți să răspundeți atât dumneavoastră, domnule președinte, cât și domnule secretar general NATO. Ceea ce s-a întâmplat cu retragerea sute de militari de pe teritoriul țării noastre a fost privit cu îngrijorare și unii au considerat chiar că este o invitație pentru Rusia. De aceea aș vrea să vă întreb cum a văzut NATO această schimbare și ați vorbit puțin mai devreme despre capacitățile militare care vor fi aduse. Aș vrea să știu dacă până în momentul de față au fost state care s-au oferit pentru a suplini această retragere a unor americani de pe teritoriul României.
Well, let me first say that adjustments to US force posture are not unusual. And even with this adjustment, the US force posture in Europe remains larger than it has been for many years. There are still many more US forces on the continent than before 2022, and you have seen the commitment by President Trump and his administration makes very clear at the summit in The Hague of his total commitment to NATO and to our joint endeavors. And maybe focus a little bit on the two main subjects today, the forward land forces. I already maybe both discussed what is happening, that we are exercising to scale them up to a brigade level, which is very important. But let me also say a little bit more about Eastern Sentry. First of all, it is deliberately designed to be flexible and responsive at the same time. It will involve traditional air, land and sea-based military assets, but it will also incorporate innovative technologies and tactics designed to deal with all the new and novel challenges, like those from sea drones, just as we have done with Baltic Sentry. This military activity not only adds additional assets from allies, it also better connects the range of assets already available all along our eastern flank, from the high north to the Black Sea and beyond. And therefore it adds flexibility, it adds strength to our posture, and it will make clear that as a defensive alliance, we are always ready to defend. And with this Eastern Sentry, we can bring more capabilities to bear wherever and whenever needed. So also in Romania.
Da, mai răspuns în parte la această întrebare. Așa cum domnul secretar general spune, programul Santinela Estică sau a Estului înseamnă, pe de o parte, mai multe capacități militare, more capabilities, a spus, și pe de altă parte, oameni atunci când este nevoie. Și avem un exemplu zilele astea, acest mare exercițiu militar care se desfășoară la Cincu și în localitățile din jur, cu peste 5.000 de militari aliați care exersează tipuri de răspunsuri la amenințări tocmai pentru a descuraja.
Bună ziua, Mădălin Puiu, România TV. Pentru că tocmai ați pomenit despre Marea Neagră și despre securitatea de la Marea Neagră, vedem în momentul de față în Polonia și în statele Baltice o prezență sporită atât a trupelor americane cât și a Alianței Nord-Atlantice. V-aș întreba în primul rând de ce în momentul de față este o prezență sporită în Polonia sau în statele Baltice în față de România și dacă totuși considerați că s-a creat un dezechilibru între bazinul Mării Negre, dar și Polonia și de asemenea statele Baltice.
But again, the Eastern Century is there from the high north to up and including the Black Sea and beyond. That's point number one. And wherever and whenever needed, we can upskill, bring extra support where needed if our defense requires that, including in Romania. But also, let me stress very much what the President said about the forward land forces. The fact that we are training here to skill them up from 1,500 to over 5,000 troops, so that we are able, whenever necessary, to immediately get all the troops in Romania needed to bring the forward land forces at the level where they can help to defend Romania. But let me add another thing, and this is the following. Yes, we have Eastern Century. Fantastic, great, we need it because it defends the whole eastern flank, again, from the high north up to and including the Black Sea and beyond. And yes, we have the forward land forces in 8 countries now, including Romania, because it helps us with many countries participating to defend all the countries on the eastern flank. But this is not all. Of course, you have your own proud Romanian armed forces to defend Romania. But if an attack would take place from whoever, be it the Russians or whoever would attack NATO or would attack Romania particularly, it is not only Eastern Century which will help you. It is not only the forward land forces which will help you, it is then the whole of NATO which will come to the rescue with its fleet of F-35s, its full naval capacity and its full land forces capacity. This is how NATO works. And not only in theory, but because we have all the plans in place to make sure that we defend every inch of Allied territory. And I really want to stress this, because otherwise there is this feeling we have all these abbreviations and activities. We need them on a day-to-day basis. We can scale them up wherever necessary. We can bring more capabilities where needed. But in the end, if this country would be under attack, it is 31 other nations coming to the rescue of Romania. This is how NATO works. And I think this makes us unbeatable, absolutely unbeatable. And that is why I believe that nobody will ever try.
Da,